Hi everyone, welcome back to The Life of Valerie Allison. So for today's video, I am bringing to you guys ways to keep your house clean and odor-free when you've got pets. I have been wanting to bring this video to you guys for a very long time, and it's finally here. So the great thing about this video is that it's actually a collab, so you're not only going to get tips from me, but you are going to get tips from Juli from A Beautiful Horizon and from Jamie from her channel, Jamie Patterson. I will go ahead and link their channels in the description box down below so you can go check out their videos as well. This does not mean that I have got everything figured out in the cleaning and odor department with pets, but I've kind of mastered a few areas, and I just wanted to share with you guys the ways that I keep my house clean and as odor-free as humanly possible when you've got 3 dogs and a cat that bring in dirt and shed and all of that great stuff that comes with being a pet owner. Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to mention is that I have actually partnered up with Odor Cleanse. They sent me 2 products to review for you guys. One is a laundry additive and the other one is called the Odor Source Treatment. They are both environment friendly, so that's awesome. That means that you can actually use these around your pets, around your kids, around people, and in the environment, and all of that great stuff. So that was something else that intrigued me. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that I have for you guys is make sure that you're sweeping the area where your pets are at least 1 to 2 times a day. So in my case, I actually have the kitchen area gated off, and I'll just show you a quick little clip of what our gate looks like. And so we have that kitchen area gated off because our dogs actually spend a lot of time in the backyard. We live in a pretty much rural area, so we have a very huge fenced-in backyard, and our dogs spend a lot of time outside and they come back inside, so we decided it was a good idea to gate that off, and it has really helped to control the dirt and everything that goes to the rest of the house. Because they're mainly in the kitchen, I focus more of my attention in there. So that's what I do, is I sweep that area 1 to 2 times a day, and you'd be surprised how much dirt comes up. And then the other thing that I do is I vacuum every other day. The rest of the house, the kitchen, I vacuum about once a week, because since I am sweeping it 1 to 2 times a day, I really don't see the necessity to vacuum it every day too. So I keep that to about once a week. And then the rest of the house, it's about every other day. We have a Roomba vacuum that takes care of under our beds, which is really nice. And then I also have a bagless vacuum that is like a pet, I guess, type of vacuum, and I'll leave a link in the description box so you guys can see which vacuum that is. We've had it for a little over 3 years and it works really well. Okay, then the other thing that I do is I mop the floors. So for the rest of the house, I mop that floor once a week, and then in the kitchen I actually mop that about 2 times a week, because again, dirt, and if it rains, forget it. Like, I'm mopping every time that they come in, because then there's a lot of mud and stuff everywhere, or I'll just like let the mud dry up until it turns into dirt and then sweep it up. But anyway, and that brings me to the Odor Source Treatment. So it comes in this bottle here, and I wanted to show you guys how I've been using this. So this actually you can use on tile, you can use it on carpet, you can use it on non-porous wood floor also. And I've been using this in the kitchen to get rid of the odor in this one area that our dogs are mainly in, which is like the dining area. So we have the eat-in kitchen portion, portion of our kitchen, and then we have a dining area that would be like it's not even a formal dining room, so that's what I'm going to call it, a dining area. And that's where our dogs hang out the most. And so I've been using this on that area mainly because that's where all of the scent is. I've also been using this in their crates, and that has been nice as well because it gets rid of that odor while they're sitting in the crate. And yeah, so I've really been loving this stuff to get rid of odors. If you do have a problem with that in your house, then definitely give this a try. It's been working wonders. It's better than bleach. It's better than, what else is out there? Fabuloso, and like a whole bunch of other chemicals that you can use on your floor, this is definitely a better option. It has no scent to it, which is another thing that's nice. So if you don't like that bleach scent or that chemical scent, then you are going to love this stuff. And it really lasts a long time. You use 1 part of this to 4 parts water in a spray bottle and you're good to go. You just wipe up the area with a damp cloth and just make sure that it's, kind of clean. And then you're gonna put the source odor treatment, and then you're gonna let it sit there for about 15 to 20 minutes and then wipe it up and make sure that there's no residual left over. And it really works great at getting rid of odors. And I'll go ahead and leave a discount code for you guys in the description box down below or right here on the screen somewhere. Okay, so the next tip that I have for you guys are fleece blankets. Use fleece blankets instead of dog beds. They're so much easier to wash. The fleece blankets are also just like a more inexpensive option altogether. So it's like $2.50. You can buy those fleece blankets at Walmart versus like, what is it, $20 to $30 for a pet bed. I think it's pretty obvious, and it makes it a lot easier to wash them. Now, with that, I was washing our fleece blankets with bleach, detergent, fabric softener, and vinegar to try to get all of the bad, musty dog smell out of it, and none of it was working. It was just coming out like dog musty odor with bleach, if that makes sense. Yeah. That's how they were coming out, and that was even pre-soaking them. So when Odor Cleanse had me pick out a product, I picked out this one from their line, which is the laundry additive, to try to get that smell out. And boy, was I surprised, because all I did was add detergent and I added the laundry additive and nothing else. Like, I didn't even add a fabric softener for scent or anything, and it worked. It got all of the smell right out, and now it has no dog musty smell. It still has a little residual bleach smell because of how many times we've bleached those fleece blankets, but it has no dog musty smell. I was really surprised. I definitely plan to continue to buy this product with my own money. So my next tip is going to be wash your pets at least once a month. Now, it's not good to really wash them too often. It's not good for their skin or their coat, but you do want to be washing them as often as possible. So I believe that once a month at least is a good idea. Now, with smaller dogs, maybe you could get away with washing them more frequently, and some people might want to wash them less frequently. Maybe a month is like too small of a time window, and that's fine. But the other thing you can do is you can actually use baby powder or some type of spray on your dogs to help with that smell in between showers, and that's something that we do. The other thing too is when you have cats like we do, try to make sure that their cat litter is in a nice, well ventilated area. We had our cat litter once in the bathroom, then we switched it over to our office, and then we switched it to the basement. Now that's going to help with the odor of the cat litter, and also with like the cat litter coming out of the box. Like, I even have a mat and that still does not catch everything. I don't know how she's coming out of that litter box, but there is always like litter spread out around the box. I don't know how, but you'll want to put it in an area, if you can, that is not where, all of your guests are constantly coming through. That's going to make life a lot easier for you. So yeah, definitely make sure that the cat litter is just placed in a space that's big enough and well ventilated. The other thing too that we do is we use Scoop Away for our cat litter, and I have found that that has actually helped with odors as well. It's not as smelly, it's good for multiple cats, and so long as you're cleaning the litter box, I would say twice a week when you have one cat, and maybe more frequently if you have more than one, then Scoop Away has been really good at keeping those odors to a bare minimum. Then my next tip is, as I had said before, we have the kitchen gated off. Try to gate off an area for your pets if you're comfortable with that. Now, I know that some people especially if you have small dogs or medium-sized dogs, you know, letting them be all around the house is something that they're comfortable with. I know when I had small dogs, when I lived with my mom when I was younger, we had our dogs all over the house, and you know, wasn't too big of a problem. But if you can, or if you have big dogs, then definitely I suggest gating off an area for them, and then that way the rest of your house stays cleaner longer. And then my last advice for you guys is to use like a wallflower or some type of room deodorizer. Keep some of those around, or even light candles. Those really help with odors as well. They actually have ones that are odor neutralizers that you can use. Also, just lighting up some, what is that, like orange and cinnamon in a pot on your stove, or some apple. That actually helps with the odors as well if you want like an all-natural option. So some orange peel with just some cinnamon stick, put it in water, put the pot on your stove, light it up, and that's going to give you an all-natural, like neutralizing smell for your area, you know, for your house. Okay, so I hope that those tips were helpful for you. Those are things that have really worked for me, that have really helped to, again, neutralize odors, that have helped to keep my cleaning to a more of a minimum, but just keep my house clean in general. That really has helped. So again, I hope that that was helpful. My house is not perfect by any means, but this is what helps me. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And also don't forget to check out those other videos. The link is in the description box. So definitely say hi to Julie and Jamie for me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!